How long you gone on a keg?
How long I gone on a keg? What'd you just ask me?
How long you gone on a keg? I've gone till they go 7, 7, 7. Blacked out, don't even know where I was.
Wait, what?
Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat? Yes, no. 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 Maybe.
Hello and welcome to Yes, No, Maybe. My name is Ryan.
My name is Willa.
We are brother and sister. We have a podcast about Malcolm in the Middle. That's what you're listening to.
Don't you forget it.
It's a watch-along podcast, so we talk about an episode of the show per episode of the podcast. Felt like reiterating that. I don't know why.
I think rewatch podcasts are having kind of a moment.
Well, I hope they don't have a moment with Malcolm in the Middle, because do you ever think about how if they release an
You're
official...
so scared of that. You wake up in a cold... You
Seems
can tell me
super
that you
likely.
wake up in a cold sweat.
I don't wake up in
thinking
a
about
cold
that.
sweat, but I'm just thinking from my business side of my brain, which is a huge
What
part,
is that?
a huge
A
part of
tiny
it.
little nugget?
No, 70-30. It's 70.
Rotting. Disused.
Well, just thinking about it, like, especially with the revival coming out, like, they could just start a rewatch podcast and fuck us.
Why are you borrowing tomorrow's worries,
Oh, fun. That's fun.
Kayla?
Is that something she said?
She told that to me once.
I like that saying.
I do too. Well, my only hope is that Frankie Muniz probably would never do that because he likes to race cars or whatever.
That's your only hope.
Yeah.
The only way that this scenario doesn't happen is if Frankie Muniz likes cars too much.
Did you see that Instagram post of his?
I sent it to you.
The one where
It
it seemed
killed
like an
me.
apology?
Yeah.
So funny. It's like, I'm done with shooting Malcolm in the Middle. I'm ready to get back to my family and be the father and husband that they deserve.
Yeah,
It's like,
the
it's
father and
like-
husband, they just, like, as if there was, like, some falling out that happened while or as if they didn't know how long he'd be gone.
It's like you're
and
filming 4 episodes of a TV show that's
I know.
like your biggest, like, your claim to fame. Like, I mean, it
know.
must be hard on, it's tough to be an actor, but
You're
mostly.
so scared of scaring him away
No,
for
I'm
the
not.
tiny, minuscule chance that he comes
No,
on
I'm
this show.
Season 2, episode 3, it's called Lois's Birthday. It's about, well, it's Lois's birthday, but not all of them remember
When,
that.
today?
Yeah.
I did that bit
Yeah, she
before
did
we
that bit.
started
She did that
filming,
bit
so
right
it kind of
before,
hurt to
yeah.
do it again.
Yeah, it was a fake laugh I just did. Anyway, it's Lois's birthday.
It's Lois's birthday this episode, but the episode starts, the cold open, and they're in Halloween costumes. I thought it was another I thought they made a big mistake.
I
and
know,
it was
somebody
another Halloween
in the writers'
costume.
room loves Halloween. They can't get enough of it. So the cold open of this episode is Malcolm, Dewey, Reese with bags and Halloween outfits on. They're walking down the road. You're thinking, what is it, Halloween? The sun's out. It's not even evening time. There shouldn't be trick-or-treating.
And you would start at a nice 4 or 5 p.m. when you were younger.
That's true. But what is revealed is that it's not Halloween, and they're going up to Mrs. Jansen's house, knocking on the door and pretending that it's Halloween to take advantage of her Alzheimer's.
Or dementia,
Yeah.
yeah. One of the two.
I mean, it's pretty transparent what they're doing there.
Yeah, but Malcolm gives the caveat that they're the only people that talk to her,
A
So,
sad thought that doesn't really soften the blow here.
no.
I mean,
and even if they did, would she remember?
no, you're right. And taking candy is one thing. You're like, okay, they're kids, whatever. But then they get the candy, they step out, they change outfits to winter gear, and then they knock on the door and they pretend as if they've just shoveled her driveway in the middle of what seems to be spring or summer, which just kind of shows how far gone she truly is. And she pays them money. She gives them money for shoveling her driveway.
Oh, it looks wonderful. Let me get my purse.
It's dark.
It's
It's
dark.
pretty dark.
It's
I don't really know what to say right now.
Yeah.
They disappointed me.
Talk into your mic more.
I don't really know what to say right now. They disappointed me. They disappointed their family. And they certainly disappointed Mrs. Jansen.
well, I don't know that they did, but
You think you think it was a highlight of her day?
well, I think
Potentially.
I think it's a nothing of her day. I think that she doesn't remember it seconds afterwards.
All right, I feel like you're acting like dementia completely erases the person.
She gave them candy, and then not 10 seconds later sees them again, gives them money, thinking it's a completely different season. The
She
fact that
should
she
be in a home.
the fact
She
that she
should be
even
in a
manages
home.
to get her clothes on is a fucking miracle.
miracle.
Does that make it okay what they're doing?
No, it makes it more wrong.
Maybe. So we jump into the episode immediately as soon as they're like the shot of them just running into Lois's place of work. I was like, oh, this episode, because I think this episode bummed me out.
It's a
as
bummer.
a kid. It is a bummer, and I just wasn't looking forward to them disappointing her, and I just knew they'd do it. and the definition of an insanity is doing the same thing twice, hoping for a different result. I thought this episode
Makes you
maybe
insane.
they'd give her a foot massager.
Well, yeah.
But they
so
didn't.
Lois brings the kids to the Lucky Aid where she works. It's her birthday. She gives them $30 to go buy her a gift, and very transparently, like, I want the foot massager thing. And she's like, so that's what I want. And they run off and they buy not that. They spend $20 on candy and they buy her cough drops and glasses cleaner. And it really is just unfortunate.
Dirt biking magazine.
Dirt Bike
I
magazine.
love
Breeze
that.
is like, I might want to read that when you're done. But yeah, I mean, it's
He's still got a twinkle in his eye that makes me laugh, even when I'm mad at him.
I mean, yeah, this episode they are being really especially bad boys, and
I don't like how you say that, and I don't think you should say it.
but yeah, I mean, this episode it's hard not to be. I mean, of course you're on Lois's side. Lois is completely in the right this episode, and Jane Kasmarek gives a fantastic performance. I have
She
to
does.
say, but
It's just a little, and maybe this is the consequence of us watching these back to back to back so soon or so quickly, like binging when it was never intended for that format. I mean, it hadn't even been occurred that people could binge TV shows until the streaming days. I digress.
Well, that's not true. You could tape it on VHS.
Yeah, as I was saying that, I was
Well,
like, well, they're like
but binging
tapes or
in the
CDs.
common vernacular.
Also, formatting your show to be good for binging is definitely a new thing. But anyway, this one just felt too similar to like Lois Gives Up funeral vibe for. I mean, she gives a great performance in both, but I'm a little like. It's kind of hitting the same notes.
It's
And you know what? In full transparency, I was really hungry while I watched this.
yeah, she did
And
say
so I
that
was
before.
kind of in a bad mood, but it just made their ignorance, their willful ignorance, just sting a little harder.
Yeah, I hear what you mean. They're not kind of reinventing the wheel with this plot. I would like to say that the trivia for this episode is pretty
light?
great. No, it's so here's one. I'm
excited.
The foot massager that Lois wanted for her birthday is real. It's called the Conair Body Benefits Ultra Massaging Foot Spa. You can actually buy it.
How much is it?
I didn't.
You can still buy it.
I don't know, and I didn't actually go that deep
Should
into
we
my
get
research.
sponsored?
I was well, it's sponsored. I was just thinking it could be kind of funny to buy one for the studio.
My apartment. Also, like, I don't want to share that.
What a deep cut that would be if we had
Yeah,
that.
that's actually pretty sick.
Yeah.
We should have a shelf of just like super deep cut like things they use and I mean, what else would we put on there?
The Herbie toy or the
Yeah, but is that a
Break
real
Me.
toy?
I bet it is.
Break me.
But no, the trivia in this episode is really, really abysmal. I mean, it's we'll get into
That's
it,
it?
but that's
Okay.
probably the best one. That's got to
Okay.
be the best one.
A foot massager. Hey, and it's only $25.
Okay, one of my favorite jokes is Craig going, Lois, you're here on your, and he knows it's her birthday. He goes, day off. You know, I mean, God, if he wasn't such a creep, I'd marry him. He's so great.
Yeah, I mean, he is kind of in your league. Maybe that's more kind of. But yeah, I mean, every time Craig is on screen, it's an absolute delight. And I think season 2 kind of gets the memo that we want more Craig, and,
Craig.
and they start to use him
Yeah.
as they should
They should, I hope they get the memo next season that we want him more.
on season 3.
Yeah.
Funny. So, they buy her bullshit for her birthday. She told them what she wanted, and it kind of fucking bums her out. And when they get home, she goes straight to her room, and Malcolm has a kind of moment of sympathy. He has some emotional intelligence where
He's
he
gaining sentience. This is what he's literally like, oh, me action hurt mommy.
Sure.
And that made me think about how I just like, there was a day where I was kind of like, oh, Ryan's like a person. Because before then I was kind of like, you sit in the car in the back, Dad and I are talking in the front, you got nothing to contribute. Absolutely nothing. Zip. We would drive to school, he would drive us to school, and Ryan would be in the back, and I'd just be like, you're not even engaging in our conversations at all.
You were thinking that about me? That I was just some little amoeba?
Yeah, like nothing. And then one day you just piped up and you were like, actually, I think, and I was like, wow, he got a little bit of a backbone and some thoughts. So that's what I've thought of in this moment where Malcolm was like looking at his mom and like, is she maybe upset? I don't know, you know?
Interesting. Well, that hurts my feelings a little bit.
Truth always does.
So anyway, yeah, Lois goes to her room because she's all bummed out because they forgot it's her, or they didn't forget. Sorry, they didn't forget it's her birthday, but they spent their money on candy,
Frivolous
and sweet
items.
treats. Yeah.
There's nothing like going to your room in a depressive stupor and lying on the bed and closing the door.
Yeah. You know, this episode, yeah, sad little aside from Willow there.
I'm hungry still. I only got to have a few bites of my food.
So this episode did make me think, and I wrote it down in my notebook, a little chart of who each of the boys really are like parent-wise.
We've talked about this.
I know we
Let's-
have, but
let's
this episode like
No,
kind of,
no, let's get into it. Let's go.
Malcolm is very much a Lois, I think, because he's stubborn, he's short-tempered, he jumps to conclusions, but he also values morals and ethics, and like he has a sort of sympathy. You know, he definitely has a sympathy, he has an empathy that I think Lois also does have.
But don't you think the squishy stuff is more Hal?
I don't know that.
I mean, they both have emotions, obviously.
Hal is squishy and soft, but Lois is sympathetic.
But he's also a man on the brink, which really touched me more this episode.
I know.
Like, I don't know, just this after the blue car incident,
I
like,
know.
and just like
Yeah,
those,
yeah.
just I'm like aneurysm.
I know,
Like I'm so scared.
I have a good mind to use the belt on all three of you.
Why are you yelling at us?
Sorry isn't good enough, mister. I forgot your mom's birthday. No!
I'm scared every time I take a shit that I'm gonna have an aneurysm. So every time I push a little bit, I'm like, oh god, and imagine it goes, and I'm just dead on the toilet, like Elvis. And like Hal's risking it day after day.
That happened to Elvis because he had a suitcase of prescription pills that he would carry with him. Like he took an unbelievable amount of drugs.
Okay,
And so,
it wasn't because he pushed too hard.
No, no, I don't think it was. But yeah, Hal was
That's a
more.
relief.
Hal's definitely more animated this episode. He's kind of more like a Homer Simpson. Maybe they're kind of
Yeah, he was
keying into
laying it
that.
on a little thick.
No, I liked it. So just to go back to my chart, Reese is a bit of a Hal.
Okay.
He's impulsive, destructive. Here's a genius insight from me.
Okay.
Reese is destructive outwardly. Hal is sort of self-destructive
Out inwardly.
inwardly.
Sure, that's a sentence.
Francis is more of a Hal. He's chaotic, and he's sort of rebel. Well, I don't know that he's more of a Hal. Okay, let me hear me out. Hear me out.
No, he's more Lois.
against. He goes against Lois on principle, which sometimes Hal does too, where he kind of takes the other side. But he is more like Hal because
Pissing me off
he
right
loves
now.
to argue, and right and wrong are very important tenets to him. You know.
Yes, like Lois.
He's. But here's an interesting wrinkle in this whole
Say
thing.
"but" one more time.
Here's an interesting wrinkle: is that him and Hal both choose strong women to live with. Ultimately, Francis with Piyama in a later season. Spoiler alert. And Hal with Lois. Obviously, they're both kind of just like they're chaotic guys, but they settle
They
down
need
with
a
women.
woman to rein him in.
Yeah, in some ways they do.
Yeah.
I mean, they need it, but they choose it. It's interesting.
true.
Dewey, well, he's a little tricky. He's got a little bit of both of them. He's empathetic, he's observant, like Lois, and a bit manipulative, like Lois. But he's creative and he's obsessive about
I think
his
he's
hobbies.
a lot more like Hal than even
Yeah.
Reese is. Like, where did he come from?
Dewey's a little hard to pin down because I feel like for
He's
a
always
while,
running.
Well, okay, because you were so proud of that stupid comment.
Ryan, don't act like you've been saying anything for the last
I've been saying great things. Dewey, a little bit tricky.
He's a little tricky.
No, well, I do think it's because like
Like that French clown.
for
For me, for women, comedy is tricky.
Philippe, what's the difference for a woman in comedy than a man in comedy? Can they do the same thing?
Comedy is okay, but clown is more difficult.
Yes.
but Dewey,
100-year-old clown talks to Hillary Clinton. Sorry, I just had to
Yeah.
get that out.
but Dewey I think is a little bit less fleshed out in these early seasons. Like they don't even really know who he is until kind of later in the seasons, and even then he's sort of broadly drawn. Like he's the creative, but like I don't know. You know what I mean? He's not the most defined character, and not in a bad way.
I don't know. No, I think he's just more the creative genius. Like Malcolm's a bit more Olivia, and Dewey's a bit more me.
Sure. And what am I? I'm Reese.
You're not even in the family. You're Craig.
Okay, well, we should go through the episode. Even though there's not too much to touch on.
Yeah,
but,
there's
I mean,
not too
we
much.
don't
It's a
wanna get
pretty
bogged
simple
down in it.
episode.
Frances is coming back from military school for Lois's birthday. And on the bus, there's a bunch of students from Mozambique. You'll know that because the song that plays is like this very like
I hope it was real from Mozambique.
Like you're very like, oh my god.
For a second, I forgot what the episode is about, and I was like, is this going to be about Hal and Lois being, like, racist?
That would never happen.
I know.
That would never happen.
Like, they're like, who did you bring home?
Oh, we should cut that.
Sir?
But he's on the bus.
I'll cut everything.
He's on the bus with Mozambique students.
And the most gorgeous woman I've ever seen in my whole life.
So beautiful. Her name's
Christ.
Amani, and she's gorgeous.
Is Amani.
Trivia corner. Beep, boop, beep. Francis is
gay.
Well, he's chatting up girls on the bus. They're driving down Lancashire Boulevard up to Irwin Street.
All right.
Interesting note. And even more interesting.
That's just someone seeing a street sign.
I know, it's so funny. Even more interesting still is that when they're riding in the bus with students from Mozambique, in the deep background visible, you can see points of Watts Tower, which are urban sculptures in the Los Angeles area.
Oh my god. I'm going to have to ask you to stop with us.
I just think it's funny how bad the trivia is.
So bad.
Okay, so anyway.
Amani's real name is Blair Wingo.
Yeah, we wanted to see if she was in anything else.
She's barely done anything else.
Well, she's incredibly gorgeous.
She left her mark on this show, and that's for sure.
She is cool. She's cool.
She is cool.
She's
Yeah,
cool.
she's
She's
cool.
hip. She's a chiller, yeah.
I mean, how the hell is she going to get back to her group?
Yeah,
It's
I
like
know. I
scares
thought
me.
about that too.
She's leaving. She's done.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
And what? You're staying in Ohio, wherever the fuck they are?
So they break out of the bus because they're in love, and they pay.
No, they're in lust.
Well, they're in love. Okay.
I actually have a higher bar for love.
They make some homeless guy stay on the bus in their place. He's fucked. I mean,
Didn't
where
say
is
he was
gonna...
homeless, but
sure.
you're just
okay.
assuming that from his appearance.
I guess I was. But
Moving on.
What's gonna happen to him? Who
Shout
knows?
out to the moment of Dewey eating the wrapper. Loved that.
Funny, yeah.
Funny.
So Hal comes home. We're kind of flip flopping, but that's what's going on with Frances. It's the B plot.
Yeah.
Hal comes home. Lois is still in bed. She's all sad.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you know it, Hal forgets it's her birthday.
I know.
I
Just
mean,
pretty rough, but I have to say, I think Hal probably doesn't have a good mind for schedule and timing. Not to put him off the hook.
well, you know what's actually interesting? So he forgets her birthday, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. Like the family's being really shitty, and Hal's a good
Yeah, he's a
husband.
good one.
But they make kind of an interesting.
You need to
I
end
really
yourself.
do keep doing that. However,
You might not know.
shut up. However, they have an interesting kind of way of getting around that, which is that he has a watch which malfunctions. He has an alarm set.
Right,
like a date.
he relies on the gadgets and gizmos of the modern era.
Sure, okay. Weird way to phrase that. Just didn't need that sort of reframing, but he does have a watch that was supposed to alert him when it's her birthday, and it doesn't happen.
So it's like he thought about it.
Which he's like, he did think about it, so it's sort of.
But like, how do you not in the days leading up to someone's birthday be like, okay, their birthday's coming up. Okay, their birthday's coming up. Speaking of, I gotta get my present. Boyfriend a fucking present.
When's his birthday?
Olivia's birthday. My boyfriend has the same birthday as my sister.
Oh, Dad's birthday's coming up too.
Dad's birthday's in like a couple days.
It's next week.
Okay.
So
We'll talk.
He forgets it's her birthday,
Yes.
and he runs out, freaking out with the boys.
Yeah,
with his
and he
sons.
does the classic, I'm so mad at you. Help.
Yeah, he does that. Yeah,
and then he actually says his true thing out loud, but it doesn't. I mean, Lois is so far gone. I mean,
She's a shell of a woman.
She is broken.
I don't even care that it's my birthday.
Yeah, so Craig comes over, and this is the first time, correct me if I'm wrong, that they've interacted since Hal absolutely humiliated the man and slapped his damn tummy, put his ass in his face, said kiss it. I mean, this is, I couldn't believe there wasn't more tension here.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like, Hal, what do you want? He must have some primal fear. He must be having nightmares.
He deeply emasculated him.
As a person, I think he debased him.
Yeah.
That was the worst scene in the whole world.
I know. And
That
now he
was
tries to steal the damn present. I mean, when will Craig? Don't come to school tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
For those curious, she's talking about the scene in Bots and the Bees where they get in a little scuffle.
Oh, and that's polite. Just call it that. It was a massacre.
But anyway, they fight over the gift because Craig brings one.
Yep.
Did you catch what he brought? What he bought? A bread maker.
No, he says it was $150.
Your tummy is probably grumbling at the
was.
very thought of a bread maker. Huh?
No, but let me tell you, when I saw that birthday cake at the batting cage, whoo!
Yeah.
I wasn't even listening.
But then Lois bursts out of the room. She doesn't even goddamn care that anybody's there. She's completely disassociating. She just walks through the house and leaves. You know, she just heads to the car.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not listening.
Why?
I'm looking at my notes and I wrote Dewey, but it's my birthday because I thought that was really
funny,
cute.
yeah.
And then I wrote 11, and I circled it. I circled it.
Maybe you thought he turned 11.
Oh, it was the cuteness meter score. That's I was so scared. I was so scared that I was losing it. 11 circle.
Yeah, you think that he gets an 11?
That moment he knocked it out of the damn park. Eric Persullivan. Wherever you are.
With the cuteness meter, do they start at a base level and go up? Are they not even
So then we're at
ranked?
the batting cage.
No. First of all, we don't even get there for a while. I'm curious about the machinations of the cuteness meter. Does it start
No, it's just every given moment you could be on the scale, and he is at 11 in that particular moment.
So it's very fluid and
It's
dynamic?
fluid, yeah, just like many things in life. But
Okay. So Lois bursts out of the room and goes to her car.
Yeah.
They're like, "Where are you going?" She's all like, fuck you.
Guys, get a grip.
They're like, "Where are you going?" She's like, "I need time to myself."
Yeah.
And great little moment here. She drives off and then stops the car and pushes Francis and Amani out of the car because they're in there banging or something.
Kissing at least.
Kissing. Yeah, their clothes are on.
Yeah.
Regrettably.
All right.
Yeah, and so then she drives away.
We don't know where, and she's at the batting cage, which is just perfect, getting your frustration out in the cage.
It's true. I mean, she looks badass.
She looks badass. And I play softball, so I knew a little thing or two about
Willa
swinging a
joined
bat.
the league like 3 weeks ago.
Not true at all. It's been a year or two.
Year or two?
It's been a year.
It's been a year. And I'm pretty strong now. And she mentions these
Willa's
kids,
actually very good.
Really?
I am good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Thanks, Kayla. But Lois is like kind of hogging it. Kayla was kind of scared of Lois in this moment. Or you were upset that she was being mean to kids?
I don't like when the adults act poorly. I want them to step it up as the adults in the situation.
Yeah.
Fuck those kids. She's having a bad day. And it's interesting. She kind of like, she spills. She like talks about her regrets. She wishes she was 23 again.
She feels sis.
She wishes she was 23.
Yeah,
I'm
she said she
24.
wanted to
It
be
made me think about mortality and life. She goes, I wish I was 23.
Are you happy?
Yeah, sure. I guess I'm happy.
She says she had a concert violinist dream as well, which is new. Lore dropped.
Yeah.
Which
because
is interesting.
before that, what was the
She
other?
said she wanted to work on an Indian reservation, be a blackjack dealer.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
literally how she said
had
it.
she had a lot of hopes and dreams.
Yep. That her kids, I guess, tore away from her. But you know what? Every mom's on about that. And it's like, get over it.
Yeah, I'm hungry,
You can't just hog the cage because you're crazy. That's not fair.
You think I'm crazy? I'll show you crazy.
Cut to Francis in the car with Amani. Very funny. Francis won't stop talking about his damn mom.
Yep. That's his
something
silver
Freudian going on
Oh,
there.
I mean, for sure. They're joking about that. But also, it's not about you, Francis. He's just making it all about himself, as always.
I know. He's obsessed. He's obsessed with his mother.
He sucks.
And she's like, they're going to a keg party. We forgot to mention that. They're going to circuses.
It's so funny to call it a keg party. It's like, it's just a party.
No. There's a
Why is the
distinct
keg the...
No, they make it like that's the thing. Like parties and it's a keg party. They get a keg.
You've never been to a party, have you?
Parties and there's
You walk
people
in
there.
and
There's people in the
hang up your coat with your ticket.
sitting down.
How long you gone on a keg?
How long I gone on a keg? What did you just ask me?
How long you gone on a keg? I've gone till they go 7, 7, 7. Blacked out, don't even know where I was.
Wait, what? You went until they said 7, 7, 7?
What they do is they count until 7 and they start repeating 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah. See, he's never done a damn keg. Oh my God, he's never done a damn keg. He's never done a damn keg. He's never been to a damn party in his life. Meanwhile, I'm getting blackout every weekend.
That's true. That's concerning. So he passes the batting cages. He sees Lois there.
Yeah.
What are the fucking odds?
I thought you were gonna say, what a shot.
What a fucking shot.
And what are the odds? Yeah.
What are the odds that what are the odds that I could get that shot? He sees her, stomps the car.
Yep.
almost goes in there, and then he's like, no, whatever, I'm gonna go to this party and I'm gonna drink and have sex with Amani.
Say it.
But then he's like, okay, I'm gonna leave. He drives away. The shot kind of lingers, and then he reverses back into it.
Classic.
And then he's like, I'm going. And Amani, to her credit, she does go with him.
Where the hell else is she gonna go?
I mean, it's kind of scary. She's
scary.
a woman in just
abroad,
just randomly.
She's not abroad. She's a woman abroad.
She's from damn Mozambique.
Yeah.
Also, a thing that mentions that she mentions is like, she's like, I've been proposed to 15 times. That's why the general sent me.
I know.
What kind of portrait are you painting? It's just fun. It's just early 2000s.
It's just funny.
It's just funny. It's just good
I mean,
fun.
you don't know anything about the political structure of Mozambique.
That's true, but Ms. Linwood Boomer does. So he goes to the batting cage and the whole family shows up.
Yep.
And Hal steals a kid. Hal steals a cake from a kid.
Yes.
Does he steal it? Does he buy it?
He buys it. He gives him money. He gets a cake. They write Lois.
What? Who would?
The cake
who would
looks
sell?
delicious.
Who would sell the cake?
I know, right? For your
must have
kid's
been a
birthday.
Fucking what a piece of shit father that would just
Really
sell
bad.
the cake in front
Really
of the kid.
bad.
Yeah, he probably has a drug addiction.
Sure. Petty cash like that.
So he takes the cake to Lois.
Right. But she doesn't care about that, really. It's not that grand. That grand gesture of bringing a cake doesn't really faze her. She's upset. She says, why? You know,
I mean,
you guys
you're passing over this, but this is a fantastic
well,
moment.
I was going to go to the clown bit.
Well, yeah, but that's after.
Sure, go ahead.
I mean, she Sorry. I start crying.
You wanted this. You wanted this moment.
Well, first of all, one tiny little mention is that she's crushing those balls, and then Freeze is like, "Why didn't you teach us how to hit, Dad?" And the dad's like, "There's more to base their batting than just hitting."
You're floundering right now.
Okay, we'll cut that part. So no, they go to her with a cake, and they say that she feels bad. They feel bad,
Yes.
and she starts to negotiate. You know,
Right.
she's like,
I want you to do this.
I want you to do this, and I want to
your
cook dinner on this
laundry,
day, and I
yeah.
want you to have some damn
And they're like, yes, obviously.
human decency. I mean, that's what she's really asking for, and honestly, she's not asking for much.
And then she hits him with the banger. And why do I even have to ask?
Yeah, I mean, damn, it's true.
I mean, how many times has Mom said that to us?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, it's just that easy, huh?
Yes, it's just that easy.
Then why do I even have to ask?
One time I forgot Mom's birthday.
Really? I was going to ask.
Yeah, it was and she was upset about it.
I mean, that's really, really bad and depressing.
It was when I lived with her when you guys were in college. Oh. Yeah, it was bad. And then I got her flowers, but she was still really upset about it.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty bad. It's Pearl Harbor Day. Like, why would you forget?
Oh.
I was on my way to surprise her on her birthday. So I was flying in, and
Mm-hmm.
she didn't know. And then she called me and was like, hey, how you doing? And we just started talking. She was like, did you forget it's my birthday? Because I was in the airport,
Oh, no.
and I was trying to avoid talking about her birthday. And I realized, I should have called her or texted her and said happy birthday, because she doesn't know I'm coming. So I had to be like, no, I didn't forget. And then she like thought that I was like trying to put off that I forgot. But then I showed up like the good daughter I am.
That's so sad. Poor Mom.
Right. But then it was fine.
Yeah.
For you didn't do that.
Yeah, but I made up for it. So
you're fine,
Lois
man.
makes these negotiations.
Yeah.
And the family truly does feel bad. And it's kind of sweet. They're like, oh, of course, yes, well, maybe
Yeah,
we'll do
of
that.
course.
Because they don't want to see her upset, and they miss her
Right.
kind of stability. And just, I guess, just their mom. But I mean, Jane Kaczmarek is really, really great
Yeah,
in this
she gives a
scene.
great performance.
And she says she's kind of pleading for like these human considerations. And then Hal, a really great moment that I didn't really expect, is Hal's like, come on, honey, like, you're asking for too much. Essentially, he's like, we're always gonna fuck up, we're always gonna drop the ball. You're gonna what we have unconditionally is sort of like your obedience, which I don't know how reassuring that really
I
is.
know, it's a little like, and Sasha was watching, she was like, weaponized incompetence, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
oh, well, we're idiots and we can't do anything. But but I think you're framing it in a nicer light of the, like, we are stupid, we do make mistakes, and we will always like do what you tell us to do, which is funny because they don't.
Yeah,
She'll say do something
don't.
and they don't.
I mean, he has one really great, one great line where he goes, "Our meager abilities are yours completely." And I was like,
Wow.
damn.
I mean, he kind of drops bores.
I mean, it's a
sometimes.
great line, but yeah, I mean, it is when you step back and look at it, you're like, that's he's basically being like, our abilities are yours completely. Like, basically, you still have to wield us, but
Right.
we're there for you.
Right.
but it's still a sweet gesture, and it's unexpected. Like it's kind of it's a real kind of response that I think she appreciates.
Right.
How candid
instead of
being.
bullshit, instead of being like, oh yeah, of course we'll do that forever. Like,
And then right. And
sure.
then to sort of prove, I mean, to demonstrate their love for
a
her.
clown says one of the funniest phrases I've ever heard.
Yeah, he calls her Wide Ride.
Wide Ride. He calls Lois Wide Ride.
Oh, I'm sorry. Could you just call my wife Wide Ride?
First of all, why is there a clown at the goddamn batting cages?
There's many
I was
clowns.
about to say that next. There's a ton of clowns there. I mean, are they batting? Or
Second of all, why would you... Well, I was about to like, why the hell is he talking? Then I was like, those are mimes. Excuse me. Mimes don't talk. Third of all, why would you call a woman a wide ride?
Why would you say...
Where's that phrase from?
What's the line he says specifically? He's like, oh yeah, like, well said. Like,
hey, wide ride, why are you giving him such
It
a hard
sounds like
time?
he's like saying she has like a loose pussy.
I don't know about that, Kayla. I was thinking massive ass.
I don't think anybody in the world thought that he was suggesting that about. I think that you're the only one in the entire planet that thought that he was saying that by wide ride. I think he was just saying that. I mean, maybe calling her fat.
I think so.
Or you know, being a manly, having kind of broad shoulders because she's batting. I'm not sure. Anyway, Hal punches this goddamn clown in the goddamn face right in front of her, and he hits the ground.
And then they get into just a brutal confrontation. I love the look of that old clown that goes like, "Hold this," and he gets in the fight. He looked like Mike Ehrmantraut from Breaking Bad.
Sure.
And Better Call Saul.
Well, if that's the way it's gonna be.
Well, if that's the way it's gonna be.
No, you lost it. Well, I would do an impression of Mike Ehrmantraut, but it's funny because the only line she'd ever say is, well, if that's the way it's gonna be.
And it's not even a line he says.
No, but it kind of is every line that he says.
Well, if that's the way it's gonna be.
No, you lost it.
Fuck.
Well, if that's the way it's gonna be. He's got a little bit of a Brooklyn thing. Anyway.
All right.
Oh, yeah. You could say that.
All these clowns join in and start fighting, protecting their clown brethren, and what begins is a
war
between the family and these clowns. Francis comes in, punches that clown, pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, go Francis.
I mean, it's a brutal fight.
Yeah, and he says to
the cake underneath.
He says to Amani like, "I'll be back," and she's like, "I won't be."
Yeah.
God knows where she's going, but he chooses his mother over a woman. Typical. And then eventually he marries his mom in some ways with Piyama. But anyway,
I did not know where you're going with that.
So this fight happens.
And Lois has this beautiful look on her face, taking it all in.
Great scene.
Yes.
Great scene.
Beautiful.
Where she's watching them from behind the cages they're fighting. The kids join in. I mean, those kids are hitting. I mean, those clowns are hitting kids.
Yeah,
those clowns are beating up.
And they're kicking
little
Hal in
boys.
the head, and it's honestly horrific.
I know. You know, they should have had a little bonk noise because like the clown shoes, clown nose. That would have been fun. Yeah.
We could add that in post.
Sure. Release our episode.
Release our own episode.
But yeah, they're fighting and they're beating up the clowns. They're fighting. I keep saying they're fighting.
Okay, we're good. I think we've established that.
No, but then the shot goes to slow motion. This music plays, and she's like watching them as she, you know, they're proving their love for her. They're fighting for her and
fighting for their wide ride.
I mean, it's kind of like we've talked about this before, but they kind of show their feelings through fists in the show a lot, and even earlier in this episode. Reese isn't understanding that Lois is upset, so Francis punches him, and he's like, "That's how it feels for her, but inside." And it's like sort of like, you know, there is that there's that dissonance. Like they don't know what feelings really are, but they know what it feels like to get punched in the face or in the arm or whatever. So they're kind of proving their love by fighting the clowns. It goes to slow motion. It's great music plays, and we just hold on Lois's face, and I appreciated how the episode just ended on Lois. You know, there's no tag.
Nope.
There's no
it's
cute
raw.
little button.
It's real.
It's real and it's raw. And then it ends, and you know, they stuck up for her. It reminded me of the really great. I mean, one of the
It's
best.
a very
episodes.
powerful ending. Yes,
one of the best episodes of the
family
whole show
reunion.
is the family reunion.
Yeah, God, we're just teeing that up.
Yeah, I mean that's just a fantastic.
It did remind me of that too. I was thinking about that.
It is sort of a similar. And I always like that when the family comes together to do the right thing.
Yeah. So I didn't love the episode, but I love the ending.
Why didn't you love the episode? Because
I
it's
don't
kind of
know.
samey.
Yeah, it's just a little samey and a
Because
little.
you were thinking about pork belly
I
the
was
whole
thinking
time
about
and kimchi and whatever you're thinking about.
Jeez, you think I have such a refined palate? Ryan and Kayla and I are seeing "You Can't Take It With You," the play that Kathy Burns is in this weekend.
This weekend, can't wait.
My
And
friend
yeah.
directed it.
Oh yeah, Kayla's friend directed it, and yeah, Kathy and I are kind of best friends.
We're best friends. She offered to get cake with us.
Well, don't tell him everything. It's
okay.
personal.
Okay.
So yeah,
The next episode is Dinner Out.
dinner out.
Dinner out.
Great.
Can't really remember what happened to that one.
But we'll be here next week.
Tune
Thank
in
you
next
guys.
week for Dinner Out, season 2, episode
Ooh,
4.
dinner. I'm hungry.
Yeah,
Let's
that
go
sounds
get
like
it.
a perfect
That sounds great.
deal for you. Thanks for listening. Make sure to check us out on TikTok and Instagram Reels.
We got some fun clips coming up.
We're posting more. Shout out to Julia, who we hired as
Yeah.
cutting our TikToks. She does a great job.
Making some funny clips,
Shout
adding
out
some
Julia.
cool graphics.
Met her in an improv class. Shout out Julia.
He needs to be taught how to be funny. For me, it just
You're
happens.
in an improv class right now. Too.
It just ended.
And for her, she's hitching her whole ride on that.
right.
If that doesn't work out, Jesus Christ.
Okay. All
So
right.
tune in next week for that episode, and thanks for listening, guys.
Love you and good night.
And good night.
Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat? Well, life is unfair.